Hello, hello. Yes, it is me once again, Anita N, the Biz Coach, and I am coming back to you live and in color. Well, almost, right? As live as I'm gonna get to see you, I guess, for right now. Oh my goodness, it has been an awesome beginning of the new fiscal year already. I have been talking to a lot of folks that are doing some awesome things in their parts of the world, right? This hair, I can't see what's going on here. Anyway, I have a few things I want to tell you all about today. Okay. Of course, I'm going to always get around to sharing some information about an awesome grant. And I got something, hopefully you can see it there. I'm sharing it for Costco. So we're going to talk about that in just a minute. They have some awesome grant opportunities there. However, I also wanted to share about my masterclass, my Get Grant Ready masterclass. I have done this thing, you guys, almost back to back, at least 3 times, right? I have met some awesome folks. We've been getting some good information out. Everybody is saying how much they have been learning from it, how it has just opened their eyes to all the opportunities, and how to really get started to applying for grants. Because we know they're out there. We've heard about it. We maybe even seen a lot of them out there, right? But just didn't feel quite ready to know if you were, ready to apply, knowing what all is required, to get a winning grant together. You don't want to just keep applying and getting those denials. You want to go ahead and start getting money, right? I know I do. Okay. So I am offering my Get Grant Ready Masterclass. Yes, the first few times I did it, it was free. We had awesome turnouts. I've been getting some awesome feedback from it. I have made, some connections with folks that I'm going to be working with and for and all those good things. So I am excited. So I was like, you know what? I really don't have time to keep hosting this thing. Number one, but I know how important this information is for everyone to get a hold of if you're not familiar with the grant writing process, or if you really want to learn more. Maybe you know some already, but you want to learn a little bit more, from someone that has been doing it for years now. So that's why I am going to offer, and I am offering my Get Grant Ready Masterclass as a recording, right? So this is one of the recordings that we did. I think it's going to be the first one. I think it's the first one I actually did, where we are talking about my 3-phase process of getting grant ready. Okay. So I talk about things like, how do you gather all the information you need about your organization? That's one of the first things you're going to do, right? You may think, well, I got all that together. You'd be surprised at how much you might be missing. I shared a checklist, and some other things, and I'm going to make those available to everyone as well. Okay, so that's one of the things you'll learn in this masterclass. One of the other things you'll learn in this masterclass is about how to gather information about your clients, your ideal client, or your target population, right? There is so much research, you guys. I cannot tell you. It takes a lot of work. That's why a lot of people don't want to do them. And that's why they hire people like me to do it for them, right? I am into educating more so though. Okay. I do write grants for my clients. That's what most of my clients want me to do is write research or write the grants for them. But let me tell you, I like to teach people to fish. I don't want to just give them the fish. So I want you to be able to fish and get these grants and this money for yourself. So that's why I have these things. So yes, that's another thing that you will learn in this masterclass is how to gather information on your population, on your target population, on those that you serve, on, your ideal client. So we talk about those sort of things. Then another thing I'll be sharing in the masterclass, you will be learning how to gather information on the funders. That's right. The people that give the money, you got to know about them too. You got to know how to look for their information. What is needed? What do they look for? What are they asking you for? Okay. What kind of priority areas, do some of them require? Some of the things that you have to look for when you review these grant application and announcements. Okay. So I talk about all of that. Then we go into, how to put it all together. So how to put together your grant application packet. Yes, you might not have to put it in the mail. Well, actually, the other day I came across one that still wanted you to mail it in. I was shocked, but that was because they're still putting together, it looks like, their website and their portals to be able to receive e-grant applications online, right? So, yes, you still have to put together an application packet. There's attachments, there's different things that you have to include in there that they require for you to include in there. So I talk about all those things, okay? I also talk about where to look for grants, whether that's for government grants, foundation grants, corporations. We talk a little bit about those as well. And I show you how to put all that together so you can start being able to apply for grants and being grant ready. That's what this is all about, okay? So I am offering this at a very, very nominal fee of $19.99. So there should be a link where you can buy that, purchase that, and get all of that wonderful information that I am sharing and that you need so that you can be prepared in this new fiscal year to get grant ready and get this money you need. Because it's time to stop playing, y'all. Stop playing. You know you need this money. I need it. You need it. We need it. So it's time for us to stop playing and go out here and get it. Okay. All right, so hopefully you all can see my screen here, and I am sharing some information about a Costco wholesale grant. Now, I was able to make it through some of it so that we can kind of see some of the things that are required. So there was one or two pages before this actual page that I'm about to share, these couple of pages I'm about to share. But it was basic information, uploading your 501c3 status determination letter from the IRS, contact information, email, phone number, address, some of those basic things, right? And it asks some information about budgets, your current budget, your budget for your project or your event. Because it didn't say when I was looking over it on the website or on the link that I received for it, it didn't say a lot about the amount of money you could ask for. So I thought that was kind of interesting. They don't have a cap. So that don't mean you ask for $1 million. That just means that they just want to see how much your actual budget is for your project or your event, and then how much you're asking from them. Okay. So you'll have to have all those figures and things ready to be able to plug in. All right. So here is some of the other information they require for you to be able to fill out. So they're going to ask you, of course, the financial information. They want to know the name of the event or the program or project that you're asking the money for. They want to see the cash amount because it's only cash. There's two options that I saw that Costco gives. One is straight from the warehouse. So that could be, anything Costco sells, right? So if that's equipment or food or something like that, anything they sell in their warehouse or they have in their warehouse, that is what that one is for. I chose the one for cash or straight money because I know that's what y'all want. But you have those two options. So maybe you have an event or at the end of the year you do dinners for the homeless or you give away food during the holidays. Maybe you would want to select the warehouse so you could get the actual items that you need for your particular event or whatever it is, right? But we're going to be looking at how to fill out their cash application. All right, so as you can see, you have to put in your requested cash amount there in that field. Then it starts asking about organization, more organizational information, see where it talks about and asks for your current budget, your past year's budget, what percentage of the organization budget is allocated to overhead. So we know our overhead of, keeping the lights up, paying your rent, paying your utilities, paying your, all those things for overhead costs. So they want to know what percentage of your budget is, allocated for that. Then it asks you about any of your donors and the amounts of the donations that they've given to your particular organization. So you would put that name of that organization there, then you would put in the amount here that they gave you. And if you needed to add more, you'd have the option to add more. So see what I did it cheap. I told you I like to see the whole thing. So what I did, I just put in some bogus information Well, some bogus, some was real because I had to put in some real documents to be able to get this far in this application so I could show you all and share with you what it looked like, right? So that's why I was able to get these two last pages of it, the bulk of the information you need to know how to apply for this particular grant through Costco's. All right, so source of income for the organization's current budget. So where are you getting your money from? Are you working for the government? You are getting referrals or something from them for your clients to sign up in your program or whatever. So you would want to put in the percentage of that and the actual dollar amount. All right. So you break it down. It has fees for earned income, individuals. If individuals have donated to you, maybe that could be yourself, because a lot of you all I know, you're bootstrapping. That's what we have to do sometimes when we get our things, our businesses and our nonprofits started. So maybe you're still having to bootstrap some. So you put your percentage or your amount that you're giving towards your organization there. If you have any donations from the United Way, and as you can see, you can get some ideas of who to, maybe you can approach for more funding. United Way is always giving funding, for the communities that they are in. So that might be, a foundation that you might want to look at, organization, okay? Workplace campaigns, all right? Other than United Way, it says corporate and or foundation grants, special events. So maybe you had a fundraising event. How much did you get from that? Maybe you have a membership for your organization. So how much do you get from your memberships? They have a space for other, then you have to total that all out. Right. Then it goes on to talk about program information. So it wants to know the budget for your program or the event that you're requesting the funding for. So the current year, your past year, what percentage of the program budget is allocated to your overhead. Okay. So what amount of this project has been secured? So how much money have you already gotten for it? Then you have to identify the source of that funding, where it came from, and then the amount. And if you need to add more, you can also do that there. So once that was saved, I went on and clicked for the next page. And I'll be sharing that now. Hopefully that'll pop up for us. There we go. Then you got to get into the meat and grits of what yeah, I like meat and grits. I'm from the country. Y'all know I'm country. I love meat and grits. You can look at me, if you saw me in person, you can tell that. But anyway, you got to talk a little bit about your executive summary. So we need to put in your mission statement and your purpose. Now it says 1 to 2 paragraphs. I don't know if they particularly count your characters or words because it didn't have a count here, as you can see. So you still want to kind of, 1 to 2 paragraphs. Normally, is around 5, maybe 6 sentences or so. So you want to keep it still kind of brief. As you can see, they use the word brief right there for the summary of the organization's prior or primary programs there, okay? So you want to give then a brief description of how the funds will be used. All right, so you want to be as detailed there as possible, but also brief, as they said. They're just saying 1 to 2 paragraphs for most of these. So it says here, how will the organization determine it has accomplished the intended purpose of the program, project, or event other than satisfaction surveys? So they want to know, besides just having a survey maybe after the event to have somebody fill out an evaluation form, what other ways will you be finding out if it was successful? Most times it's going to be things after, right? Besides, it said, besides your satisfaction survey, what other type of, maybe you'll do interviews, maybe you'll follow up with some of the people that went through or attended your event, or went through your program, or participated in the project that you're doing, right? You want to get some feedback from them after, like, we had it before, now we had after, right? So you want the after needs to look better than the before, or to say that you accomplished what it was you set out to do, okay? So then you're going to have to upload your W-9 and cover letter here. Okay, so those are one of the things that you definitely want to keep on hand as a cover letter, and you can always change that up as you need it. And of course, have a up-to-date W-9 form. All right. Then it goes on here. Do you have an affiliation with employees? It said, please provide for reference. All right. Hopefully, no, because most times, as an affiliate, you cannot participate in these type of grants. All right. So hopefully that would be a no, but it says it's optional there. Are there any volunteer opportunities? That's optional as well. So it's not required. However, that's something for you to think about. You know, um, if Costco does have opportunities for their employees to volunteer, I would definitely, if you're having an event special or something like that, I would definitely utilize that resource because that can be a awesome resource for you to be able to use. It's volunteers, free help, people that have the heart in it. If somebody do something for free, their heart is in it, right? So that's one of the things you might want to look at. Then, of course, they're going to ask for your social media presence. So they want to know how much they can learn about you. Here's an important thing to know, you all. See how important it is to have a social media presence. Yeah, a lot of us don't want to do it. We don't want to have a Facebook page. We don't have time to be active on it, but you need to have somebody else doing it, if nothing else. You want some relative and some up-to-date information and postings and comments and engaging with your audience, right? So you want to have your website needs to be up to par. If you had it made back in 2002, it's probably 20 years, it's probably time to do some upgrades. Okay, so get with me if you need some upgrades. I'm just saying. But anyway, you put those things in there and then you click next. And then when I saved that, the last page was just some things you have to read, disclosures and disclaimers and all those kind of things. And then you just click the box and, click in the box to sign and date it, and then hit the submit button. All right. So that was the most part of that particular grant for Costco's. All right. So of course, this one was for 501c3. So if you are a nonprofit organization and you feel like you would qualify for this, I would definitely apply. They actually do not have a deadline. They accept applications August, I believe it said, through September, which is a whole year. And I'm sure like they'll have their reviewers or their board review the applications at a certain time of year, what have you. But I'm sure you can go to Costco's.com or Google Costco Wholesale Grants and get more information on that. All right. So again, this is Anita in the Biz Coach, and you can always follow me, subscribe, and like my pages on Facebook. I'm on Instagram and YouTube. So make sure you get on there and follow me. Yes, do it. I'm out there. You need to get with me. Okay. All right. So until next time, you guys, take care and see you soon.